What's going on, guys? Back with another video here. Just wanted to go over the 92X performance versus the M9A3 from Beretta. Just wanted to, just give you guys an idea of how each one of these firearms is different from one another and what are their similarities. So first thing we're gonna go ahead and do is show you guys that they are safe for inspection. Mags are pulled out of the gun and the slide is pushed back or pulled back. So now that that's out of the way, I want to go ahead and first talk about what each one of these is mainly designed for. The M9A3 being more of a military designed pistol or a field gun. It's gonna have a heavier trigger. Or a heavier trigger pull. The sights are gonna be different on it as well. Whereas the 92X Performance, it was mainly designed for competition. It has different sights, a different weight. So there's a lot of, little things that make each one of these unique from one another. Going first into the M9A3, what I was saying about the trigger. This trigger here, for what it is, it doesn't have a bad reset. So this is the trigger on single action. The old school Berettas, it had a lot of slop. They eliminated that. So right there, your finger's on the trigger. Literally, again, before, something from like an M9, 92A1, 92FS, they really brought it down to just this. Right there, you're ready to click, boom, and you're set. The reset is not bad at all. It actually feels very, very good. Even to work on, hammer pairs or double taps, this gun is going to give you, steady and control groups. Of course, it all depends on the person handling the firearm, but it's a great gun. And one thing I really love about this gun is the sights. It has the tritium sights, so they illuminate at night. Great for home defense. Something that if you're not too fond of having or putting a flashlight, which by the way, it looks great with, I haven't done it yet, but it really gives you, that advantage when it comes to, night home defense and just, any kind of advantage that you can have, when it comes to home defense is going to be great. But just knowing that if a flashlight ever fails, having those tritium sights, it's always a plus. Now, the grip on this, it has the slimmer, handle compared to the previous 92s. So I really like how this gun feels. I've owned 92s in the past, so it's a gun that I'm very comfortable and familiar with. So this feels right. Now, this just takes it to a whole new level. Just when you pick it up, the weight is the first thing you're going to notice, like hands down. So with that being said, that when you go ahead and fire this pistol, you are really going to go ahead and have a lot of control, especially when it comes to recoil, muzzle flip. So it's going to give you that advantage. Now, look at the sights there too. It's very, very accurate or precise, the way that the sights align. So taking this gun to the range, or, if you're going to be, competing, it's really, really what it was designed for. But man, it is just fun overall. Can you, carry this pistol or even use it for home defense? Yes. It also has the railing here in case you ever want to add any accessories, like a flashlight. So either one, can be used for both. It just really comes down to, preference. Going to the trigger, this one here is very light. Boom. I want to say right at 3 pounds probably. Now, the trigger reset is even shorter than on the M9A3. Beretta Beretta really knocked it out of the park with that one, man. It's just something that's really, really sweet. So other thing is on the double action, one thing that I have to give it to this gun is that when you shoot double action, you are gonna have a better advantage on it. The reason being, number one, it's a lighter pool than on the M9A3. And not only that, if you notice here, they actually added texture on the actual trigger. So when you place your finger on that trigger, you know that you're gonna be able to just, follow through with that trigger pull without having to worry about slipping or, even like the slightest little adjustment, that can throw off your shot a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right. So that little detail there is really what I have to say that they really paid attention to the little subtle things that can make it or break it, when it comes to somebody really looking for that slight edge when it comes to competition shooting. As far as for the magazines, I mean, this magazine here, they say it's it's made, I guess, for dirt resistance, military, field, etc. I haven't really put any of these guns, as far as that much stress, taking it or, doing any kind of extreme testing on it to see, how resistant they really are. But these are the new mags from Beretta. I don't know why, they couldn't fit 17 rounds in this mag, but 15 is what it carries. And so I'm still yet to see if they can be exchanged with the other 92s, like the 92FS, the 92A1, and the M9A3 mags. I know that on the M9A3 you can use your previous mags without any problem at all. So let me go ahead and focus the camera again. So one other thing here is also the single action, double action. Let's go ahead and start with the M9A3. The more traditional of the two, it has the decocker / safety. What I mean by that is you go ahead and click and drop this down, and let me go ahead and zoom here. And the firing pin is gonna go ahead and hide and be pulled away from the hammer, to prevent any kind of accidental, discharge from the gun. So here, decocker, and it's safety. You click there, nothing's gonna happen whatsoever. So if you want to go ahead and carry this with safety off, you still have that double action, as another step of security before you actually make any shots that can go off with a light trigger. So that's one thing that I really like about the M9A3. Again, safety, decocker. You can carry it like this if you want. You can have the safety on, but you still have that second safety measure, which is the heavy double action trigger pull on your first shot. Then the pistol will go back to single action unless you go ahead and decock it again and follow the same step again. Now this one's a little bit different. The safety is actually on the frame, not on the slide. So let me show you guys that here up close. You see how this one is on the frame, and this one is on the slide, just like all the other ones in the past. So reason they probably did that is just if you want to be able to just get the best grip you possibly can on the slide. I mean, it has great serrations, by the way, here in the front, here as well, depending how it is that you want to go ahead and and cock the gun. So it really just eliminates anything from getting in the way of you and sliding the pistol to cock it. So that's one thing. It doesn't have that decocker like the other one does. It does have a safety, and they are both fully ambidextrous. So if you're a lefty like myself, that's going to be great. So that's one thing with this that, if you're not used to it, it might just take a little bit of time to adjust, but it's not a big deal. If you want to carry in double action, you can always just drop the hammer and flip either the safety on you know, so you have that single action ready to go. Or you could even just have this holstered, safety down, and you're in a double action where you still have that heavy 6-pound trigger pull. So that's why I feel very comfortable carrying either one of these guns or even having it for home defense, because that first shot in a double action always, you know, is gonna have a lot more security than a light trigger pull when it is set on a single action mode. So that's that. Now, with that being said, which gun do I prefer myself? I would really have to say both. I know, you know, it sounds cliche like all these YouTubers, you know, do. And now I kind of see why, because, you know, it's different. I'll give you an example. This gun here, if I was ever, God forbid, to have to use something for home defense, this would be the first thing by just instinct that I would go ahead and pick up, because it is just, you know, I guess a little bit better suited. It's going to give me 17 rounds. So it does have 2 more rounds than the 92X Performance. It has the tritium sights, and it is a pistol that I am comfortable with. So that Decocker, you know, it's just something that I'm very, very adapted or used to, because I mainly shoot Berettas and 92s. So now, this bad boy here, if you ask me, hey, you know what, let's hit the range, I'm going to say, okay, let's do it. Boom. And this is the one I'm going to take, because this is just so much fun. I mean, it is so much fun. It's going to give you better accuracy. It's going to give you, you know, faster pairs. The groups are going to be like this, man. I mean, again, you know, it does depend on how you shoot. But I haven't done a video yet where I take this out to the range and, you know, and just show you guys how both of these pistols shoot. Again, this is my second video, you know, that I've ever posted on YouTube. So it's going to take me a while, you know, just to kind of get used to and, you know, bring you guys the best videos that I can. First thing I need to do is get a tripod, man, because I am literally, check this out, using 2 guitar stands put together, you know, just to kind of go ahead and do that. So, I mean, it's going to be improvement in the works. So little by little, I appreciate you guys bearing with me. I am going to bring you the best videos that I possibly can. But in conclusion, you cannot go wrong with either one of these. Think of this more like the John Wick gun. This is like something John Wick, you know, would definitely just go. And then here you have like Bob Lee Swagger from Shooter. You know, this is definitely, you know, something that you guys can consider. So whatever your style is, you have both of these. Now, what I like about both of these guns is that they are so different from your traditional 92. I mean, this is a 92A1. This is right there, the trio. So you guys now have a full comparison, you know, to what choice might be the best one for you and what you can go ahead and decide. So, you know, just, it really just, you know, if you can get a few for them, try them out. This one is going to be very difficult, you know, to get hands on before purchasing, because they're a very limited supply and it is a very, very anticipated gun. But man, I love this pistol, man. It is so much fun. Like right now, as soon as I finish this video, I'm probably gonna head to work, get a couple things done at the office, and then just go and take it to the range. So it's really fun. It's really, really fun. So again, if you guys have any questions, or if you guys you know, want to see any other videos, feel free to leave, you know, a comment or a question in the comments. You know, make sure to like, subscribe. I'm going to be bringing you guys as much new content as I can. So the only other thing that I want to say is to give you an idea, if you're a pistol or a competition shooter, this gun, the only one that I would say gives it a big competition would be the CZ Shadow 2 or the CZ OQ Shadow 2. So with that being said, you know the type of quality that this pistol is going to bring to the table. And you know the potential that it has. So well, food for thought, guys. Let me know what you think, and thanks again for watching.